Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Build, Paint, Play. I'm Dave.
Greetings, programs. I am Jake. Sorry I missed last week. I had a family medical emergency where everything is straightened out. But I'm back, and I'm glad to be back. I heard that Phil did an admirable job filling in, and was more than hyperbolic for all three of us. So that's good to hear.
Yep.
And tonight we're joined by Sammie from the Trench Crusade team.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, Sammie. Great to have you on the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Busy, but good.
Busy but good. Nice.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
always,
Oh yeah.
It's the way of things, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're always nice and busy.
Yep.
We're going to say hi to some folks in the chat. We got Dave Hummel is here. Brendan Bell is here. Malev has joined us. Malev said, I played my first Trench Crusade game this past weekend, and I won!
Nice.
Yay.
Congratulations, Malev. It was just for you, no doubt. Chris Kemmig is here as well. Mark Maxey, hello. Carl Lassen, or Cora Lassen, maybe. I don't know. Hey, Sammie. Fantastic. So welcome. Josh Potter says, does Dave Hummel paint Space Marines? Does a bear sleep in the woods? Tune in and find out when you hear Jake and ask if Malifaux was actually a game.
Is it still?
Still, it is.
Okay. Right.
4th edition, dude.
Nice.
Is it? Or is it third?
No, it's 4th edition now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. There we go. And Sean Gleason has joined us as well. Hello to everybody else who is here, but hasn't said hi in the chat just yet. So tonight, actually, just quickly, yes, we'll talk briefly about last week. Phil did a great job. It was really nice having Phil on again, talking about the WTC and his adventures in Belgium.
Yeah, he definitely had a good time.
So, yeah, and he was like, "You should come out next year, dude." And it's like, you know how little time off I have, the tiny amount of days.
It's like, and on top of that too, like, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd be willing to say that out of the 9 of us on the factory team,
yep,
probably Metters, myself, and Phil probably play the most.
Sure,
probably and go to tournaments and play. So,
yep.
Like the whole point of this is that Phil went to the world's doubles championships because there was a singles tournament happening, and he played in that just to like sort of fudge his overall like numbers as he's chasing like, the hobby crown. And I was like, dude, you are living in a whole different universe than the rest of us. Like even Metters and I don't do that. Like in a month, I'm going to LVO. It'll be the 4th tournament that I've played in this year. Phil's already played in like 14 or something insane. Like it's nuts.
He's played in 4 since last weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm sure he has.
Wow.
I'm sure. I've got to believe it. But anyway, Sammie, welcome to the show. For those of you, those people who are watching who don't know who you are, do you want to give us a quick 30-second elevator pitch?
Yeah, I'm a junior game designer for Trench Crusade. I was just brought on this year. I'm a new hire working under pretty legendary folks in the industry. But I'm learning a lot, and I think I'm doing my best.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm on a lot of the community facing stuff. So I run events. I write rules. You know, I help with the rules review and all that. That's my thing.
Yep. But also, you've been gaming before Trench Crusade.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been gaming for 15 years or so. Started with Warhammer, like most of us, 40K. Then got into Necromunda. That was my first like real love with skirmish narrative games. I have a distinct memory of my friend shooting my leader's eye out, and then him taunting me about that, and then I was like, oh no, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, is fight him about this. And then I just went on and just kept playing more games and running games for my friends and local clubs, and never really stopped. Eventually I got into Trench Crusade, made myself a little too important, and now I'm here.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's definitely a cool way to go about it. I think it is the thing. Like if you are active and positive and doing loads of cool things, people notice, right?
Yeah. And I mean, the community's like, it's a big community, but it's also very small at the same time. Like, I feel like I run into the same people over and over again across communities and at conventions and stuff. Like, it's not very common, or it's not uncommon to run into the same people over again and recognize people. So like,
yeah,
when you do cool stuff, and since it's such a creative hobby and everyone's expressing themselves, it's you run into the same people over and over again, which is really special about our community too.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. I also going to say hi. Oh, sorry, Sean Gleason in the chat. Sean played a game of Malifaux just last week. Take that, Jake.
I don't know if I believe that.
Excellent. Gwynnie Pooh is in the chat saying, Sammie. Catsworth said, Jake is back. You were missed.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was kind of bummed. I was looking forward to talking about 11th edition, but
that's okay. It was kind of it was a cool little bit of a chat where I learned there were some things where it's like whenever Games Workshop presents something that looks like it's the name of a rule,
yeah,
that somewhere in the rules you're going to be able to find that rule, and I was just getting hung up because it's not a rule. It's just it's a name that sits on a matrix chart. I'm talking about dispositions. Oh my goodness.
Dave, do you have something to drink? You should take a drink of something.
I just finished my drink just before the show.
Yeah, no.
Terrible. Okay.
You have to have a drink at hand when you're doing
I'll struggle through.
Go get a drink.
No, it'll be fine. But anyway, yes, I will just pretend to drink water.
No, we were talking about it while I was away, and it's really funny. Like, so Phil and I get along great, and like he was my roommate when we were at San Diego Comic-Con like a month ago, I guess, or almost a month ago, and we were talking a lot about 30K versus 40K, and Phil has it in his brain that 40K is less complicated, and I was like, why do you think that? And he's like, well, like 30K has all these extra crazy rules. And I was like what? And he was like, well, you have like, 4 stats for like your leadership. And I was like, yeah, that's from Rogue Trader. That's been around forever. And he was like, well, right, but 40K hasn't used that like basically since I think in second edition, some units had it, but basically it hasn't been a thing since third. And I was like, yeah, but you don't use them all. And he was like, well, what do you mean? And I was explaining, I was like, this is a very specific thing that only matters when you are forcing a leadership check. Like, my opponent doesn't need to know what my leaderships are. Like, that's on you. And I was like, and it's cool because it's narrative. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, okay, if I use a flamethrower and I flamethrower your dreadnought, the dreadnought doesn't care. Like oh, in death I still serve. Like, he does not care that he's on fire. So he doesn't have to make panic checks because he doesn't panic. I was like, so it matters for me when you hit my guy with a flamethrower. It doesn't matter for you. I just have to know what stat I roll on. Flamethrowers cause a panic check. Dreadnoughts don't have to make panic checks, basically. And he was like, oh, and I was like, so it doesn't really matter. And then, so we were talking about all these different things. And again, like I said, it's just really funny. Like, you can tell that he sort of worships at the altar of 40K and he will defend it with his life, which is admirable as somebody who's a big 40K fan. But I was like, it's not more complicated. I was like, 40K is actually a little bit more elaborate because you have all these like subsets and there's bubble effects and there's like your disposition rules and now there's new terrain rules. I was like, it's a little bit more layered. It's just the way it's presented is different. Like, Heresy is presented much more like sort of retro style. And 40K is much more like, you know, flashbang, look at all this crazy stuff. But I'm like, it's not any less complicated. I would say realistically, it's probably a little more complicated because there's much more specificity across the range, right? Like, you've got, I don't know how many factions are in 40K now, like 29 or something, or 32. And Heresy really has like five. Like, it's like Space Marines, good or bad. Solar Auxilia, good or bad. Mechanicus, good or bad. Demons or Custodes. That's it. Like, there isn't anything else. So it's a little more like, yeah, you have all the different, you know, nuances of like, what legion are you playing? And are you heretics or loyalists and all that stuff? But I was like, it's much more, I think it's easier to digest because like there's a core that's the same for everybody. And then there's everything else. And I was like, in 40K, the core is much smaller. And then every army kind of has their own things. But it's really cool. Like, I think 11th is good. I think the biggest thing that I've noticed in the last couple of years is the fact that they've done more, like, it seems like every other edition is a full edition. You know what I mean? Like, 9 was a cleanup of 8, and then 10 was its own thing, and now 11 is like 10.5 because the rules are the same. They just changed like the way terrain works, and they added like plunging fire, and like flyers rules got all whacked out. Like, but it's basically, if you know how to play 10.10, you know how to play 11. It's basically the same. They just added more stuff. So I'm curious if that means if they're going to keep that moving forward. Like, if 12 is going to be like a huge departure from like 10 and 11. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. But hopefully that went well. Again, like, I just think it's hilarious. Like, he and I get along great, but it's such it's such a hard point with him. He goes back and forth all the time.
Excellent. Well, now that we've spent the first 10 minutes talking about 40K,
sure.
I mean, you gotta get that done. You know, there's like a mandatory. It's like a tax on.
And like it all goes back to GW. I mean, even Trench Crusade is designed by the guy who designed, you know, Mordheim.
We can skip it.
That's true. Absolutely true. But
Insidious.
Yes, I know that. Jake, you sent me some photos, so I'll have a look at those in a minute.
Yeah, stuff I've been working on, and I finished my warband. I don't know if they've put up the new war. Like, we obviously, Dave and I are doing the whole Trench arena with in conjunction with you guys and Ari Painter. And I don't think they've posted the final things.
No.
So I finished my warband and did all that stuff. I got to send Tyler like a write up and stuff. But
yeah, I think we've got two more posts to do for that.
Okay.
On the trench wire. So that's
nice.
How I know that. But the first one, the next one's going up at the beginning of October because we're super chock-a-block full in September. And Sammie will explain why in maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes time.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon. But yes, let's have a quick look at some things that we've got going on. Okay, so first up, as we always do, we thank the Army Painter, who are our season sponsors. Jake and I are members of the Army Painter Factory team, so we get to do a lot of cool, fun things with them. This one, of course, in honor of having Sammie on the show, I thought I'd snag a Trench Crusade related post. This is the most recent one. So Creature Crate, the creator behind Creature Crate, created this cool little diorama using some of the Prussian plastics, and then created a some fairly straightforward painting tutorials or like painting recipes for the different aspects. This one, the game ready non-metallic metal bronze, which is used on the armor plates here for the this Stosstruppen. So definitely cool stuff there. Go and check that out. Next up, of course, getting to the habit of mentioning the trench wire. It's something that I work on for Trench Crusade. Is basically the Trench Crusade sort of community site, the page where we post a lot of cool lore drops, miniature painting, terrain building, all sorts of things. But I grabbed this because yesterday, Monday morning, we posted the Carcass Front designers notes. So you can go and check out the thoughts from some of the designers who worked on it. So Tuomas, Jervis Johnson, Andy Chambers, Brooke Close, Graham McNeil, all had a part in putting the box together. You can find the trench wire on trenchcrusade.com. There we go. And finally, I'm going to be at the Peabody Heights Brewery this weekend in Baltimore. So if you happen to be in the area, come along on Saturday. You don't come along on Sunday. They double booked. So I'm not going to be there on Sunday. I'm just going to be there on Saturday. Long story, but trying to keep it short.
Special event, Dave. Limited only.
Limited time only. 12 till 8 p.m. Saturday. Come and buy some books. Awesome. Next up, Jake. Had a chance to get some hobby in.
Yeah, I've been working on this guy for a while, so this is going to be my Legion console champion for Heresy, and it's for my Warhounds, and I wanted him to look pretty insane. So this is the Red Corsair Captain. I cut off the right arm at the hand, and then did a hand swap from the Terminator Captain. So that's the big like bastard sword that he has, and then the left arm, I cut it at the elbow. And then cut a, I think that's the sword from a,
like a blade guard.
Yeah, I think it's blade guard. But that's from a blade guard, and I cut it at the elbow just above where the ridges are, like the elbow groove. Yep. And then I was able to like cut it to fit perfect. So I angled it down. So he's got two swords. And then I basically used an X-Acto and a mold under mover and shaved off all of the chaos iconography, snipped off all the chaos stars. And just built this guy that the wolf pelt is going to be like the Warhound colors that I have on my I have one of the Space Wolf guys with the pelt as well. And I couldn't figure out what helmet. I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and went through a bunch of different helmets. And then Ben found this one, which I really like. And I'm determining whether or not I want to do the transverse crest because it looks sweet. Or if it's like at the end of the day, this guy is essentially just like a murderer. So like, would it be too ostentatious to do that? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go. What do you guys think? Which one do you like?
I think I like the crest.
Okay.
I think I like the crest.
Yeah, I would also go with the crest. I'd be tempted to like cut little bits out of it. So it's like lost it in combat and make sure that it is wonderfully splattered with blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean the whole model is going to be splattered with blood. I was gonna checker it. So like his helmet, his helmet will be red, and then his crest will be almost like Kato Sicarius's, so it'll go black, white, black, white, black, white. Mm-hmm. So it really stands out. Like this, he's a one of, and the way that the rules work in this game is super cool. So normally, since he's a champion and he's a praetor, which is a captain, all the captains start at weapon skill 6. So he's weapon skill 6, but then. Because the way that for anybody who doesn't play Heresy, when you add certain units in certain tables, they can get what's called a prime benefit. So the prime benefit for him is he has Paragon of Battle, which adds +1 to his attacks, +1 to his ballistic skill, and +1 to his weapon skill. So now he's weapon skill 7. He's now one of there are 8 models in the game that aren't Primarchs that have weapon skill 7. And I was like, this is sweet. So he should be able to butcher anything he runs into.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
But they'd be fun.
Excellent.
Ben
so
said
yeah.
it was a Forge World kit. I don't know where he got it. It was like 3 little heads, but they look awesome. It's this head, the crest, and then there's like a bear head with a beard and like the laurel as well.
Okay.
But it's old school GW resin.
When you say bear head, you mean unhelmeted?
Yes.
Not an actual bear.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say a bear head might be kind of cool.
Yeah. That would be pretty
neat. Fantastic. Excellent. So just quickly in the chat, we've got Fruit Eater has joined us. Mallard Gal as well.
News, good.
War Games are Heck. That's Aaron is here.
What's going on?
Pete Heston has joined us. Mike Woodward is here as well. Hank has joined us. Daryl Lichter as well. Chris Koenig. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. So I took a few snaps of my Procession of the Sacred Affliction models in Trench Crusade. Nice. These will be going into a Trenchwire article for Friday. Plug. But yeah, it's been very cool painting those up, and a couple of extras. I painted some leper knights. Yeah,
those knights are awesome, dude. That guy in the sort of the middle, that helmet is awesome.
The enormous great helm.
That's great.
Yep. Malevo liked that one. But yeah, so there's gonna be an article about those knights going up tomorrow as well. But,
are those 3D printed or are those?
They are.
Okay.
Yep. So the cool thing as well, I got the John Hodgson books, the backdrop books. So
nice. Okay.
Cool backdrops sort of tucked away in the back there. But yeah, just been messing around on my dining room table, trying to find the right distances for putting the book and then the miniatures and the scenery and having something in front of them for that foreground look. I'm getting there.
I might have to pick those up.
The background books.
Yeah. Does he have them are they in distribution yet?
I'm not sure, but
I think they just started.
All right.
Very recently, because I remember there was a Kickstarter wave, and then everyone was like, "Whoa, these are great!" And then everyone really wanted them, and I think very recently I've seen people get them again. So maybe don't quote me, but
I'll have to find out. I'll have to see.
I've been seeing more regularly.
Yeah, for sure. But we'll come back to this one.
I see Zach. I see Pete.
Yeah, lots of good folks here.
Yeah. Going to bring us back to this. So that's all for me and Jake. Sammie, have you been working on anything hobby-wise recently?
I've been working on a lot of things because I have a couple of festivals I'm going to. Fractured Realm Fest in Peoria. A really small little thing in just like a few weeks from now, and then Under the Dice Fest over in Connecticut. In October. So I've been getting ready for those, and I've been putting together. I did get my Carcass Front box recently, so I finally got my stuff like together and primed. not yet. Didn't have time to paint them yet, but getting there. I've been kit bashing some stuff for Rat King, which is a game by Maud Bogbody. It's about rats that fight each other.
Okay.
It's kind of like rat people. It's pretty gnarly. It uses like a deck of cards. You kind of play like a advanced war almost.
Okay.
It's really cool. But I've been kit bashing some like little rat dudes. They're pretty cool. I've also been prepping for a Rumble Slam event that I'm playing with running with my friend Stevie. So I've been pinning up a bunch of Rumble Slam minis and making I made a whole ring myself with like barbed wire nice. Turnbuckles and like barbed wire wires and stuff like that.
Awesome.
I've been having a lot of fun with Rumble Slam. It's a really stupid and fun game. So
nice.
Really been loving that.
That's cool. That's TT Combat, right?
Yep.
Make that.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I picked that. I had my first demo of it at a this last Adepticon, and immediately I spent like $150 on new stuff. And then then I remember I ran downstairs, I talked to Zach and Stevie, and I was like, hey, I just picked up this really cool fantasy wrestling game. And they were like, whoa. And then they ran upstairs and they got a bunch of stuff. And we've been playing it pretty often ever since. And now I'm running a small event with Stevie just for just for fun. It's been really good. I love that game. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, to be fair, that's the best when we're all at a show and like somebody's like, hey, I just played X and it's awesome. We should all go do it. And then we're all like, okay, let's go check it out. And then there's like 4 or 5 of you who are like, this game is sick. Like that's the best thing in the world.
Yeah. It's really fun. It's simple. It's too silly to take seriously, so it's like a really good game when you and a few friends are just like having drinks, or we get together, order some pizza, and we're just like hanging out, having fun. Hardly even we're just like going through the motions of playing the game. It's one of those, it's a party game with miniatures, there's a lot of really cool miniatures too, based on like themes from fantasy, but also like rip-offs of like WWE characters and stuff that are really cool. So really been loving those.
Awesome. That is cool. Hank in the chat, so Hank from Adepticon called out Peoria. It's because he lives in Peoria, so I think he's going to be dropping by the Fractured Realms Fest.
Cool.
At some point.
Nice.
So make sure you guys talk.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be there all weekend. It's good. I think it's gonna be fun. It's run by good people. All my friends here in Chicago are going. It's gonna be a good weekend. I think it's gonna be. I'm signed up for like 5 or 6 events over 2 days. I have Rat King Splatter Night, Necromunda 95, running a Rumble Slam thing, and then I think I'm gonna play some Flames of Orion in the evening. So yeah.
Nice. That's
what's the name of the show?
It's a Fractured Realm Fest. It's set up by a group called Fractured Realms. They're just like a hobby, a miniatures hobby group down in central Illinois. This is their first year putting on this little festival.
I'll tell Alan about it. Our buddy Alan, friend of the show, he lives in Lombard, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm gonna be like, hey, dude, like if you're around, I knew he's got a bunch of whacked out shows coming up. He's got like Dragon Con is.
Oh yeah.
I think next weekend. I think so.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. So that's super cool. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. At a busy time too, but I like having projects, so it's good.
Yeah. So I guess should we jump into talking about a couple of the, talking about running events, a couple of the events that you've run for Trench Crusade?
Yeah.
And take a
let's
look at
do
some
it.
photos and check those out.
So this is the end of Nova. I'm actually wearing that shirt.
Right, nice.
This is the end of this was Nova of last year. The first time we were there. We aren't going this year from what I understand, but I ran the first like official Trench Crusade event at any convention in the US. And that was, I wrote the Malian Scouring, and that's what that was from. And this is just the end of it. We had a pretty small team.
Pretty small team. There's 5. 6?
I guess it's not that
like
small
12.
Compared to.
I'm counting 12 people.
Yeah. I guess it's not that small compared to. I mean, most of the other booths were kind of, 1 or 2.
Sure.
But it was a lot of fun. Lots of good people there.
Cool. Awesome.
It was Phil. I see Phil in the middle there.
Yep.
The reigning champ at this point, or he's about to be at this point.
Yeah. He won the entire event. He won by 2 points, but he won the whole thing. And he was also like tied for sportsmanship and like painting and everything else. Like he kind of just wins everything. It's infuriating, but no one deserves it more than Phil, I think. But yeah, we had a full we had I think it ended up being 20 people during that event. I had written the Malian Scouring. It was like six scenarios that I wrote. Most of the tables there were sourced by members of the community, like observers in there are volunteer organizer group. A lot of them by like Peter and Spencer and a few other folks had brought a whole bunch of really good miniatures, and I think we had a lot of fun that weekend. I really liked it. It was really cool.
Absolutely. So Aaron, Provost War Games the Heck, says Nova was my first Trench Crusade intro. Great team, had a blast.
Cool.
So,
good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah.
So tell us about the Malian Scouring itself. What was the idea behind the campaign?
Yeah, so the
narrative, I guess.
The idea I had for Malian Scouring was there is and plug for Trenchwire. I had actually written an article about writing this campaign. You can find it, I think, a few weeks back. I go a little bit more into it, but the idea here was that there's like in the Abyssinia lore that Tuomas had written, there's like one line about the Golden Empire of Mali, and that like the forces of Mammon in around Egypt has been looking to go attack the Golden Empire of Mali, and that's it. That's the entire lore for that area. That's it. That one kind of offhanded line, and I was like, you can't just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But of course you can. It's actually really important to leave little nuggets of lore like that, because then I can write a whole campaign about it. So I ended up writing a campaign about like, what if we were fighting for gold in Northern Africa? What would that be like? What could the story look like? And so the idea is that there was the Golden Empire of Mali would be an Islamic state that is distinctly not sultanate, Iron Sultanate, which is pretty unique for the setting. And the idea there is that because of the vast amounts of gold and wealth, that maybe there would be some trade between Mali and the rest of Europe and the Sultanate, and there would probably be caravans going through the Sahel and the Sahara. And I imagine the heretics would probably really want that, especially the forces of Mammon. So what I had written was that this vast caravan that normally would be well protected and would be able to make it their way through the Sahara was attacked by crazy goetic sandstorms that like turned the guards into husks and rusted out the machines and the transports and tanks and all of that, and only left the gold behind. And so then the players are going through and gathering the gold. But I wanted something a little more than just gold, something a little bit more Trench Crusade. So I was looking into like relics and like important artifacts in Mali, especially in like more contemporary times, or modern, I guess would be the better term. But there is a collection going back. Mali, the Empire of Mali was really known for their education as well. They were a hub for education, specifically in Timbuktu. So there's this vast collection of transcripts from scholars in Timbuktu. So I had written that there are these powerful relics that are necromantic, or they have new geometry, trade ledgers, like all of these like really important artifacts that are also traded with Europa, that have now been scattered throughout. So long story short, there's a bunch of treasure and now everyone wants them. So over six scenarios, you're gathering Malian gold that you can tithe to your patron, you can use to gild your armor, and you could also potentially, you'd find clues throughout the scenarios that would let you find Timbuktu manuscripts, which you could use as like powerful relics that you could use in game.
Right.
So a lot of people had those, and they did really crazy stuff. But it's an event; it's for 2 days. So if it's crazy and broken, who cares? It's a fun little weekend event. And yeah, it went really great. It was a lot of fun, and I made a little book. I think I put in a picture here later. But yeah, this terrain here, actually, I had made this. I have it sitting in the corner right over here.
All right, cool.
Yeah, this is I think some Station Forge stuff that I had printed. Those like rampart terrains.
Okay.
Then I had used like cardboard boxes, and then I put those big flat islands are a lot of those are the trench L's from the Kickstarter.
Okay.
So those are like the official Trench Crusade terrain on the outside.
So these pieces along the edge of the.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. You place those on top of like foam or cardboard or whatever, and yeah. So those are that, and then the green pieces are by Trent Holbrook. That's Miscast.
Miscast minis out of Australia.
Miscast minis. Yep. Cool. Yeah. So he has a set of these really cool terrain pieces, and I thought they would really pop against the gross muddy trenches, and they, they're kind of like hellish or weird and obscure. So like I felt like it really worked for it, and I thought it was really fun. It was cool to see people playing on it. I think Dave, you also played on that board too. So
I did play on this board. Yeah, I played my game against Phil.
Yep.
Was that the game where his werewolf killed your big guy on like first turn?
Yeah. So I had my a model in heavy machine armor here, and his werewolf raced along here, leapt up, and basically scythed right through. My guy just fell in half. It was terrible to see. It was the first time I'd played against a werewolf, and I now have a much healthier respect for them.
Yep.
But yeah, it was pretty impressive. Just quickly, I want to skip back for those folks who don't know sort of, I guess, medieval history or Middle Ages history. The Malian Empire in Africa, I couldn't begin to tell you when the timing was. Do you remember when the height of the Malian Empire was?
Oh, it would have been around the 15th century.
This is in the real world, not in the Trench Crusade world. And the guy that ran the Malian Empire.
Yeah, are you talking about Mansa Musa?
Mansa Musa.
And he went on a Hajj traveling to Mecca, and gave out so much gold that he like temporarily crashed the economy of like everyone that he passed. So like the entire economy of like Egypt had completely crashed because he was just giving, everyone he came by just like handfuls of gold powder and gold and gold bars and stuff like that.
Yeah, what a guy.
He's the for adjusted for for inflation adjustment and all that sort of thing, is still recognized as the most wealthy person in history.
Yeah.
So that gives you an idea of the vast stores of gold that and other things that he would have had. So
it was, gold and salt. They had a lot of salt too.
A lot of salt as well.
You can make money from salt. So yeah.
Can you imagine that though? You're standing on the side of the road, you hold out your hand, and like it fills up with gold coins, or it fills up with like salt. It's like
oh man.
Yeah, but salt was money. That's how the Romans got paid. That's where the term "earning your salt" comes from.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if somebody's giving you like the cash straight up,
the guy next to you gets the cash and you get the salt, and
be pretty crazy. No. But no, I think that's that's an important piece of information. If you didn't have that's why Mali is such a the Mali Empire sort of collapsed in the 16th century.
Yeah, around then. Yeah.
So by the time in the real well, by the time of the Great War, so 1914, there was no Malian Empire anymore.
Yeah, it was if I
Or
remember right, it was a French
French colony,
French West Sudan, I think it was called.
right?
Part of a French empire. Yeah. Which is part of like why this is so fun. Why Trench Crusade is so fun as an alternate history. Like the way it was set up here with that, that one line, the Golden Empire of Mali. So that tells me there is this still in 1914 Trench Crusade, there is still a vast, huge empire that is reminiscent of the 15th century Mali. But like, what does that look like without, colonization? What does that look like without, like European invasion of West Africa? How can we advance what that looked like in 15th century and make that, 1914 Trench Crusade dealing with heretics that are attacking the coast, and that's why that's so fun too.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I found going through and trying to working out lore for different war bands is like, okay, well, this would be very cool if it was a cardinal from this area of Italy that fled due to something and basically took up with the heretics in Trench Crusade, being able to go back through the list of cardinals for a particular area in Italy in the real world and finding out the cool and crazy things that they did allows you to sort of cherry pick some cool, get some kernels of truth in the stories that you build.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the craziest stories happen in history. Like sometimes you just can't make stuff up. Like you just have to read it and take it for what it was. And it probably is a little embellished, but like some of the craziest stories happen in history, and you honestly just need to leave it, to take it, add a little Trench Crusade flavor onto it, and move forward.
Roll it around in the mud. See what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's
a Malifaux model right there. Speaking of Malifaux, this player had asked me if they can use that instead of a Sin Eater, and I said, yeah, of course. I don't care.
The crazy bear there. Yep.
This was a table by Spencer De Agostino, I think his name is.
Okay.
He's an observer in Martha's Vineyard. If I remember right. I love this table that he made. He brought it all in like a suitcase, and it was incredible. Very cool table. A really great example of like what Trench Crusade tables can look like too.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Just quickly, Cat Swift said, "Kids, when your parents say stop playing games, tell them you're studying history."
Yeah, there you go.
So true. So true.
Absolutely. Amos has joined us. Blood Demon Painting. Good evening.
What's going on, Amos?
Yep. I'm just going to call out the table for a minute. The one of the things that Trench Crusade and the way that Trench Crusade started being presented, the trenches in Trench Crusade started being presented, was something that just blew my mind. As somebody who's been making trenches on gaming tables for like 30 years, the idea of having the trenches, the floor of the trenches being the base of the table rather than sinking them down into the table and bringing everything else up, it was just like, it's so simple. It's such a cool, simple idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Why did it take us this long to figure this out?
Yeah. And I had that same feeling. Like I remember when I first got into Trench Crusade in like early 2024, and I was seeing all these tables, and they were what I was used to, where it's like, you had your huge foam blocks and you dig into it like a trench, and then someone did this, and it's like, duh, like of course. And this is something we're really accommodating to now. Like this is something that I see like local players. This is what I try to make. This is it's really effective. It's very modular. It looks great, and it's really convenient too. Like I mean, you can take these like dozen or so blocks of islands, and
Yep.
then create the illusion of a terrain of trenches just however, and it's like infinitely modular, and
Yep.
you just need some bridges and some and it works really well. I've even and you can I've pitched it in the back a bit to sneak peek some like
Okay.
uh, how I'm approaching this, but like this is not much different than like a city fight if you think about it. Like
Right.
these islands here are kind of like buildings,
Yep.
and that are just high enough that you can climb over it, but can also like protect you. So it's not really much different than like a city fight, or like you can put shipping containers down, and that's also kind of a trench. Um,
Yep.
if you kind of like pull back the scope and like retexture, give it like a different texture or a different coat of paint, um, you can still use these islands as all sorts of different types of terrain too, which is really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, that's a cool. I do like that. Love that idea, and I think that a lot of
hmm
the terrain that I've been building since has been moving towards that.
hmm
That great. I think you put it in a great way. That's just retexturing,
Yeah.
replacing it with something that's shaped similarly but looks different and gives a different feel. So,
hmm
as I say, shipping containers or stacks of coffins or
Yeah.
body bags or whatever it might happen to be, you're going to get little mazes that you can create.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
mechanically, it's also really great. Like it provides the like that perfect mixture of like you have your avenues to shoot, you also have your avenues to sneak around and get into fights and melee and stuff like that. You have all of that there, and that's it's worked really well for Trench Crusade. And I'm thankful that the community has developed such a cool way of building tables that work really well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Absolutely.
These are some things that I had put together with my so the books on the left, that is a zine I made after Nova. I realized I
Okay.
had a bunch of people asking me like if I would put it together into a booklet, and I ended up doing that with my friend Stevie, No Chuds No Masters on Itch. He did a lot of the book design for it. I drew the cover here, and then all of the written content, other than a couple short stories, were my own. So there was
Awesome.
the six scenarios that I had run in the event, two more to make it like a full 8 game campaign, and then all of the rules and stuff like that, and then one of the local players that I had run this campaign for had written a couple short stories from the perspective of his war band, and I asked if he would like them in the zine, and he put them in, and they're awesome. I think they're really cool. So
Excellent.
yeah, these are just like a couple iterations from like printed ones to one that was actually we got an order of like 100 to pass out to people and send out to players and stuff like that.
Right.
Really cool, really fun. Making zines is cool, and I think everyone should do it, even if it's like a small little, like folding booklet.
Yeah. Is this like digitally available anywhere for
It
anyone to
is.
check
It
out?
is.
Cool.
It is on itch.io. It's on Stevie's account, No Chuds No Masters. It should be on there. He's also got a lot of other really cool zines that I would recommend 100 times more than this.
Okay.
So so everything on there is awesome, and it's on there. It's pretty out of date. I'm working on updating it. Just had to find some time
Sure.
to update it to the current rules, but it's still playable. If you know how the game works, it's still totally playable.
Cool. Excellent. So what we'll do is I'll get you to send me a link, and I'll put that into the show notes.
Cool. Cool.
So we
It's
can,
it's free, so nobody spend money on it. No, never meant to make money.
Cool.
So, and then these little slips on the right, I had made for the event, and these are the Timbuktu manuscripts. Essentially, I had scrolled them up into little scrolls, and then even tied them up with a tiny string, so that when players earned one, they would have to come to me, and I would give it to them. They'd have to pick it out of like a box, and they pick it out, and they could take out, unfurl it, and see what their result is. My wife and I put these like 20 of them together. They're really cool. They're really fun.
Awesome. There's the vicious alchemy, supernatural continuity, profiteer's ledger. What's that one?
The Tuntigi Primer.
Tuntigi's
Tuntigi is
Primer?
like a military leader in the Malian army.
Okay, cool. And then Eternal Almanac.
Yep. There is like I think there's like 16 of them, but these are just a few of the ones I had left over. I told everyone to take whatever they wanted. Yeah. It was really fun, and they're all in the book too. So
very cool, awesome. There we go. Haley's Red Comet says, "Hey Sammie, I still want to play Malian Scouring. It looks absolutely fantastic." So,
cool.
Sweet. Next up.
Oh yeah, this is just a screenshot from it. Like the special rules, there was Scouring. So it's like during the looting and exploration phase, you could potentially find clues or Malian gold that you could use. Malian gold, you can either gild your items or tithe them. So if you gild them, you don't lose them. If your model was to die, they're easier to find in the sun. Right. So you can recover them easier, or you can tithe them to your patron, and you can get more glory from reinforcements. And then there was a clue pool. As you get clues, you could use them in game on in-game objectives to find the Timbuktu manuscripts that could appear in game in the moment. So you can all of a sudden just have like a really cool power. But I also had rules that like enemies could kill you and steal it on the spot. So like if you find it on that moment, you have to protect it. Or all of a sudden it's like maybe your opponent got a manuscript and you're like, well, I want that. I don't really care if I win or lose. I just really want that relic. So it creates a new objective on the table while also having just like really weird and fun abilities too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. And this is one of the scenarios.
Yep, just another example of a scenario. This one was it's called Sightless. It's an observer that's in the middle of the battlefield that was crucified and cursed. Cursed to have like a goetic locust constantly eating and regurgitating them like Prometheus.
That seems not great.
Yeah. So no, it's kind of annoying if you think about it. But the idea of this scenario is that so they wear their Oculus helmets, and those helmets let you let observers talk to God and hear God. So the idea was that it contains valuable information if you're able to grab one. So the idea is that you can kill the observer, put them out of their misery, or execute them for hell, and then take the Oculus and run off with it, and you can get some new information from that too. Yeah, a really fun scenario. I really love the art that up in the top that Stevie put together. He did all of the book design for this. I just gave him a couple references on like what kind of style I was looking for, and he did an incredible job on it, I thought.
Yeah, it looks great. It's fantastic. The so I'm just gonna sort of take a break there. There's a couple of questions I want to ask.
Sure.
It's something obviously from like as you said earlier, like skirmish, narrative skirmish gaming was the sort of concept that really grabbed you when you were playing Necromunda. Did we talk about that on screen or before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think so.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah. I mean, to reiterate, I played Necromunda when I was young, and I loved it, and now I do it forever. Yep.
The amount of work that's gone into this, it's not just like, okay, which of the 7 scenarios that already exist am I going to choose 5 scenarios from and print them out and hand them to the players and say play in this order, and step back and take results at the end of each game. There's so much more that's involved in this. When you're doing it, when you're going through and creating the scenarios, what's your aim? What's your goal?
I think so. for, I guess I'll say from context for these events specifically, which is I mean, what I've been talking about. It's a little different for writing for like if we were doing things for like a published piece or something like that. But for events specifically, there's a couple things I'm thinking about. One is just keeping to the theme. So like with Malian Scouring, it's like, okay, we're looking for gold, we're looking for treasure, but like, how can we make that fun and interesting? And then how can we spice that up? And that's where I started to think about like how scouring works within the exploration rules and how the gold can work as an extra tertiary currency. So I was starting to think of that, and then I was thinking with scenarios specifically. It's for events, you don't know who is going to be playing. It could be completely new players who have played once or twice, and there could be experts at the table. So like you don't really know who you're playing for, but you want to assume that everyone is fairly new, because chances are they probably are. They're just, there to have fun and to, maybe there to play some games and have some fun. So I usually try to keep it simple. I'll usually go to like a familiar scenario from the rule book, like looking at like normal, like claim an objective, claim territory, gather loot, kill that guy or whatever.
Right.
Use it, looking at those simple ideas, and then say what is one or two rules that can subvert that? Like, how can I insert insert like finding gold in this particular thing? Well, maybe there's a box of maybe these you roll and there's treasure in it, or it could be trapped, and there's that. But then also, what's going on in the story? So for the first scenario, for example, you have to find all of these loot boxes. You open and you see what happens. But in the story, I was like, okay, you're running around in the desert. There's a lot of dust. Maybe that dust is cursed, and so while you're running around, all of a sudden, it kicks up some rust that immediately corrodes all your armor as you're running around. So, to put it short, when designing the scenarios, it's keep it simple, and then what are one or two rules that are easy to track but also very thematic, and they can be silly. They can kind of break the game. They can be, they can ask the player to really just like kind of roll with it. But as long as it's fun and you're encouraging a fun atmosphere, it works great. It works fine, and players are fine with like overlooking a couple. If I'm running an event for 20 people over in a weekend, they're going to be okay with you, having a little bit of a messy design every now and again. As long as it's fun and cool, it's going to be fun and cool. So
fun and cool trumps like black and white rules every time.
Yeah. Absolutely. That isn't to say to make a messy scenario or make a messy thing. No. You should test your scenario at least once or twice beforehand. But that's also how the coolest ideas are made, with Malian Scouring, and then also with Blood in the Water, which we'll talk about in a bit. Like I've had people tell me that some of their favorite scenarios are the ones that I've written, and it's just because like I tried something different. Just tried something because I thought it sounds fun, or it fits a theme, or it fits a narrative. So yeah, it's just being cool and fun.
Excellent. Yeah. Just going to call out two things in the chat. Cat Swift said, "Your mind is wonderfully scary."
Thanks.
And Josh Potter said, "Playtesting in this economy."
Yeah, it can be hard sometimes. We're pretty busy. It's hard to schedule a playtest every now and again.
Absolutely. Cool. But you mentioned Blood in the Water.
Yeah. This is my team from much bigger. This is also not like the entire my whole team. This was also like the demo team. Mike's in there in the back. He just happened. Yep, Mike Francina's there in the back. He was just happened to be downstairs while we took the picture, and I asked him to join in. Yeah, we got Stan, Camden, Alex, Zach, Mark, Spencer, Norman, Caleb, Peter, Brandon, Tom, Tuna, Maple, and then Mike, and then me down in the bottom. So we got the whole, we got all of us, the demo team, the event team. Norman
Cool.
ran the tournament with Ryan. They did a great job with the tournament. It was written really well. But yeah, I ran Blood in the Water, which was the first like official Trench Crusade event at Adepticon, and that was this last one. This one was the sort of the same type of formula, but I went with a more nautical theme. It kind of going along with Carcass Front, that's out now. This one was significantly bigger than Nova. Nova was I ended up having about 20 people at Nova. This one was a full 48, so it was a pretty big group. I had split up the room into 3 regions, which is literally the 3 racks of tables.
Yep.
And in these different regions, different things were happening. So everyone was playing the same scenario, but like some of the tables had like special rules for the terrain that was on the table. Some of them had an effect that was going on during that round because something happened or whatever. Much bigger event. This one was set. The idea was that there was some spooky things happening in the Aegean Sea. The waters were turning. I mean, Blood in the Water. The water was turning red. There was terrible storms going on. No one's really sure what's happening. These like tendrils of water are reaching up to the heavens. Some faithful patron was seeing it as like the opening of the 13th gate of heaven, and a heretic patron was seeing it as like the spontaneous machinations of hell. And so they sent all of these war bands, the players, to go figure it out, go see what's happening. And throughout the event, they found all sorts of little treasures, dealt with problems in the sea, and eventually confronted Wrathspawn. It turned out to be a sort of a scheme by the forces of Wrath. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It was really cool. Yeah. It was also a 6-game 2-day event. Full house the whole time. Lots of fun. I did a similar thing as last time. I did this time I actually had the booklet prepared ahead of time. I gave away all of them. I did. They were all taken from me. So the ones in this picture are test copies that I had, and then some scenarios I put together. I found that the booklet, giving the players to the booklet, was actually really useful ahead of time, because then all the players had like a proper booklet of all of the different things that they could use, how they interact with the scenarios, how they interact with each other. I had written this one. I had really bitten off more than I could chew, and added more and more and more rules, which I think may not have been the best move, but it was really fun. It was really cool. So it had some exploration rules, but also I had written unique event exploration tables. I had written 3 mercenaries specific to the event, and I put them out beforehand so that players could kit bash them and bring them themselves. And there was a lot of really cool examples of that. I had friends bring together a bunch of monsters for the final event, for the final scenario.
Awesome.
There was rules for terrain, all sorts of things. But I think in the end, people really loved it. These are some monsters, a couple of them that I had made, either kit bashed or were brought to me. Like this hand in the center was like a Mysterium piece that I had turned into like a monster. Some of the ones down at the bottom I had made. My wife kit bashed something for the first time.
Awesome.
A couple friends had brought some things too. It was really cool to be able to bring so many things together. And then this one was also a monumental task of bringing together. Instead of 12 tables, it was 24 tables to sourced from the community. Did have help from thank you, Dave, for a couple
Right.
tables. I think we got a couple of yours in the pictures later.
I think Dave's Meat Church is in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Meat Cathedral.
Yep.
Yep.
And my buddy Brennan Bell, who's in the chat, and a few others helped put together his 2 tables that they brought along.
Yeah. Lots of John Schaefer, Zach Nullinger, our community manager, made a couple really cool ones that everyone liked. Our demo lead, Tom Matthews, made a really cool board that I'll show off in a bit. This one I did.
Cool.
Two ships fighting on this island with all sorts of little shanty boats and rafts in the middle of a crimson sea. And this was really fun. I'd really spent a lot of time on this project. It happened to be, I think we were talking before the show, it happened to be a similar theme as Carcass Front.
Right.
I started writing before I was even hired onto the team. And then when I got here, I was told about Carcass Front coming up. And I was like, wow, this is perfect. This is the perfect theme. Yeah. The perfect theme to lead into it. So it was sort of a foreshadowing because that same week we were announcing Carcass Front. So really cool to line up. Yeah.
I think we did talk about it before the show, but so at the same time as you were putting together Blood in the Water, Adrian and the guys at Tabletop Titans started talking about the Heretic Coast campaign that they did, and you said before that you were doing some back and forth with them.
Yeah. They started their campaign. I found out about that like around the time that I was starting to set up Blood in the Water. And I saw the first thing and I was like, wow, something is in the air. Like we want pirates and Trench Crusade on the water. We want something. There's clearly something happening where everyone's got this fun idea, but everyone's got a really unique take on it. I mean, this is different than Carcass Front, it's different than Heretic Coast. And that show is really cool. And we had gotten to talk towards the end of their campaign and in the lead up to Blood on the Water. I had the privilege of chatting with them and getting to do some back and forth on like aligning some of our stories and stuff like that, so that some of what I had written was in the end of their campaign and what they had written was hinted at in mine. So like
Awesome.
I had known about like the finale of the campaign, the final results beforehand, so I was able to insert that into a couple scenarios, and some of the exploration table results kind of hinted at a few of the war bands that were in there too. So there was a lot of artifacts that were being passed around between the two of us, and they were a joy to work with.
Yeah,
I even have I have some terrain from Trench Brian, who
nice.
he had brought some to the event, and I think there's a picture of it in here somewhere.
Excellent. Just quickly, say Josh Potter says, if I've learned anything from pirate movies, it's that if there's a big rock sticking out of the water and it looks like a skull, it's definitely a good place to pull up.
Oh yeah. Yep. And have a battle too.
Mallard girl, basically I was thinking the same thing. Said, is there something in the air or is it blood in the water?
Yeah. Why not both?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Yeah,
absolutely. Ed just says, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
So here's a shot from the other angle.
Yep, another angle, and this is in play. It was cool to see. I had made 2 tables for this event, and it was cool to see people playing on it. I didn't even get a chance to play on them before. I think I wrapped them up maybe a couple weeks beforehand, and promptly put them away so I can finish up my my writing and all that. So. Cool to see it together.
Awesome. Very cool.
This one's another one I made. So I had a friend print off a bunch of barges. I thought about a barge table that was maybe like 2 barges had like collided into each other and crashed, and unfortunately this image is a little low, but at the top of that really tall one in the center, there's a guillotine
Okay.
At the top, I've been calling it the guillotine death barge, and
Yeah.
I made some rules so that like if you're on top of if you're within like an inch of the guillotine, you could pull the lever and kill an enemy nearby or
Right.
something like that.
I can see if it's soaked in blood.
Yep, exactly.
Just at this spot.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why there's blood in the water.
Yeah. From all the guillotines.
Guillotining. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
This sort of definitely has that the sort of water world kind of vibes. There's,
Yeah. Yep.
Just everything sort of scavengers coming in to gather what they can.
Yep.
This
This one was a lot of fun.
Is Dennis Hopper on a Sea-Doo?
Right.
You can't see it. It's on the side, just out of frame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is where it should be.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
This was a table by Zach. He had made two. He really wanted to make two like submarine tables, basically. So this one was a sub pen. The other one was more of a like a dried up one. I think I have a picture of it, but this one, it was really cool. He did a really great job with it. People really loved it. I did too. It was really cool.
We're actually doing a Trench Wire article, creating slices of Trench Crusade. So Zach has written up an article and provided some photos, even some making of photos for this. The sub pen, and the other one like the wreck,
it's like dried out,
like high and dry. It's in the middle of a desert kind of thing.
I think I put a picture of it in here.
Yep.
I remember I walked through between rounds of the tournament I was in, and I walked through and checked out all the tables and said hi to Pete and stuff, and there were some really cool looking tables.
Yeah, really impressed with the whole team who had brought everything. They really came through for me. Huge stress getting them all together, but this one was the final scenario where there was a big monster right in the middle of every table that they had to deal with. It was the wrath spawn that had come down to destroy creation. Didn't quite work. Everyone was able to kill their wrath spawn, so which is good. But yeah, really cool. Made some really thematic moments.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's not like you had to commit to yourself. You're like, which is good. I mean,
yeah. I'm glad that they all won.
Hooray, good guys! It went our way. Awesome.
I would like to see one or two like where the Raspawn just went fuck wild, but
and they did. So I took like the original dragon hunt scenario, and then I really tuned it up because I knew that so another part of event design is that what ahead of time what each warband might look like once you get there. So I know this is scenario 6, so I know that they'll be at roughly 1,200 points. So I can really tune it up. I can really make things a little bit tougher. At the same time, you don't want to make it too complicated because everyone's got big warbands. So that's another little thing that you figure out after doing a few events, custom scenarios.
Yeah. And that's awesome. It's cool. There we go. There's parts of the cathedral.
Yeah. Two of those. I'd written rules for that one. That I think I called them Fleshworks, where they're like the if blood markers are generated next to them, they also take in and suck up that blood and then start pulling people in with their meaty tendrils and
awesome.
start eating stuff. Yeah. It was really cool.
Great.
They were great. They look good. They really fit the theme too. Like I had asked everyone for at least some sort of like water, big quotations, but like water terrain pieces, whether it be nasty like blood pools or something like that, or acid or anything. Everyone came through on that, and it really worked for this one too.
Yeah. This particular set of terrain, I'm now going to be working on some risers, some islands to put
Yeah.
all of these things on so that we're going to have more of that more trenchy kind of feel, but more of a little bit more cover.
Yeah,
across
the
table.
verticality. Yep.
Yeah. Something that's just going to lift everything up. But word of warning: anybody who's 3D printed a lot of terrain for the tables, don't leave your big tote full of terrain in your car during summer.
Yeah.
Just in case you weren't aware, don't do that. This I think I
change shape.
I had about 80% of these pieces change shape.
Oh no!
But fortunately, I was able to fill a tub with like boiling water and twist most of it back into shape. But it is kind of demonic, so twisted shapes aren't a terrible thing.
It could be a blessing.
Could be a blessing.
Well done, Dave.
Yep.
Yeah. This was the table I was talking about from Tom.
Okay.
Local. He runs our demos locally, and he ran the demos for the last couple of Adepticons.
Cool.
He made this incredible table that's like a beach and the ship in the back. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a heretic ship based on. He was reading about Gallipoli, and like how much of a disaster that campaign really ended up. So he was thinking about like a ship that had come to attack faithful lands, and to get people to exit the ship and to actually storm the beaches. You can't quite see it, but there's like those little portholes on there's those little doors on the side of the ship, and those are magnetized.
Okay.
They're magnetized, and the thing about that is that we made rules so that at the beginning of each turn you roll a d6, and on a depending on your result, you would take that off, and there's these like little tentacle thing that you magnetize, and you stick it on the side of it, and anything within 6 inches of it gets attacked. And the idea there is that the captain of this ship let loose a sea monster on the inside of the ship, so that maybe it would encourage the soldiers to go out and storm the beaches instead of dying a horrible death on the inside of the ship, So
he's like, that's my bad. That's my bad,
yeah,
guys.
Yeah. But it's an incredible, really cool table that he put together. From top to bottom. And this one was also that big monster in the middle was put together by one of our volunteers for the final scenario as well.
Right.
Really, really cool table.
Yeah. I'm glad you did mention Gallipoli there. Because looking from this height up here, you can tell that you're standing way above the level of the deck of the ship.
Yep.
And then it's a very it's not sheer, but it's almost sheer. It sort of dropped down into the water there.
Yeah. Yep.
So
and just below the camera frame, like even so, there's like this top of this hill, but also underneath, he left space so that there's like tunnels underneath that your models could like hide behind too, or fight under as well. It was just like a whole other secret little layer to all of this too. Really cool table.
That is awesome. Sweet.
This is an interesting collaboration of terrain that I was able to put together. So this piece in the middle is from the Trench Titans final scenario.
Oh, right. Excellent.
Made by it was made by Trench Brian. He had put together this this incredible set of terrain pieces of like goopy, slimy water with these like little teeth.
I don't like the teeth.
With all of those little like the little scatter terrain all over, and then the altar in the center that was like made for the their final scenario, and they had brought that all the way over from I think they're over in California.
Yep.
So they had brought that all the way over so that I could use it, and then I had put that in the middle of I was able to put that in the middle of all of those little walls there are from the Eons of Battle Catacombs of the Dead, I think it's called.
Yep.
from their set of catacomb terrain for Trench
Right.
Crusade. So we Zach had a set of that, and I thought it would be a really good way to put those all together as a piece, and in a direct homage to their campaign as well.
Yeah.
And I had some rules for that as well, so like some foul terrain that they could use and all that. Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. Yeah, that looks great. Which
yeah, this one's won by a local Zach, a different Zach, who had put this together specifically for this event. It was really cool. It was just like a little fortress with it's, you can kind of see it. There's closer to the foreground. There's that like that hanging on that scaffolding. There's like a hanging cage.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, that there. It's hanging over like some tentacles
cool.
that are rising out of the ground, and I made rules where you could either release the people inside of it and save them, or you could drop them inside and get some sacrifice them and get some blessing markers.
Right.
So you could do that in addition to all the other objectives. I thought this was a really cool set of terrain that really fit the theme too.
Yeah. And again, it's like looking at these. I know that they're not, but they've got a bit of that sort of feel like shipping containers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like they still are kind of like trenches, but not quite. And it's just like a different shape, but it still fits that idea. You can still climb them like trenches. You can, they're kind of maze-like. Yeah.
Nice.
This was a really cool thing we had going on is that my friend Maple, she had set up the Eons of Battle Guys brought over their display board of their terrain for the catacombs, their catacombs board, and we were able to use that for photo shoots. So we had awesome. Maple was had on the last day. We were able to get. During our downtime, players were able to bring their stuff over and get their warband like professionally shot on this table, so that they could have some cool stuff. So yeah. She went through and she took like 3,000 photos of the entire event and all of these warbands and got them edited up so that players could have really cool photos of their warband, which is
awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's a great. It's a fantastic thing to be able to do. So it's something else to walk away with. And it I love it. Super cool.
This was another table by one of our volunteers, Mark, who did another like storm the shores type scenario table. Towards the foreground there's a submarine that he had made, and then all of these like beachheads and stuff with all of the exploding clouds and all that. Yeah.
Everybody loves a submersible.
Everyone loves submersibles. Are pretty popular for Trench Crusade terrain. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, it's something that you can, because you're going to be putting it. You're only going to see like the top bit of it. It's gonna be, I don't know, at most like 3 or 4 inches above the water line.
Yeah.
Whereas doing a cruiser or a destroyer or some sort of escort would still going to be
really sit up there.
Really tall.
Yeah. Like that the other piece that Tom did. That ship is sitting all the way. Yeah. It's up there. It's like foot and a half tall, and that makes sense because that's what it would look like. But a submersible, just hangs out just enough.
Just enough. It says we're a navy.
Yeah.
You're looking at like the top 30% of the boat.
Yeah.
Instead of the top 70% of the boat.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think there's something about submersibles that are really interesting in the context of World War I in 1914, where it's like this. It seems like an almost futuristic technology to be able to submerge an entire boat that can destroy ships and stuff underwater. Meanwhile, we're using bolt action rifles and charging with horses at the same time. Like it's very weird, but it's also very Trench Crusade.
Yeah.
And then
World War One is sort of like that first kind of turning point where it's like Hiram Maxim's like, I made a mechanized rifle, and you're like, what does it do? It's like it kills people like in droves. And you're like, oh, this is one of those things. You're like, why did we invent this? Like,
yeah.
And then somebody else
Mustard
is like,
gas.
Yeah, somebody else. Yeah, I made mustard gas by accident. What does it do? It kills people. And the military was like, we can probably find a use for that. It's sort of it's the precursor of all the stuff that like we then come to like experience in World War II. So like, the first tank is this time period. Like all of that stuff is all like crazy. So,
it's just that industrialization.
Yeah.
It's war on a grand scale.
Yep. The first real like industrialized massacre of people. Truly horrific. I mean, if you look at the history of it, but really cool for a war game setting. Especially when you put a pentagram on it and say that the heretics took it. So
then it's not our fault. You're like, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Well, we've talked a lot about the fantastic community events that you've run, both pre-working for Trench Crusade and post-working for Trench Crusade.
Which is better? Which do you prefer?
That's a crazy question. I mean,
I'm totally kidding. That was nuts.
I will say, like they, I mean, they were supporting me in both events. I mean, even before I was hired, they were looking for someone to run an event, and that's what I wanted to do. And then they gave me all the tools that I needed to be able to do it. So FFI has been a huge support along the way. There is some, and I will say, like, there is difference, like, running an event while you're representing a company does have its, it does have its benefits in that you can get support from your colleagues. Like with Blood in the Water, it was a really big event, but I was able to get help from Brooke and Jervis and Tuomas, and they were able to supply me with, like really cool prize support and stuff like that. On the other hand, when you run events yourself, you can be really, really weird. you can make some really weird events, or you can really you can get really silly with it. Now, if I do an event, which I'm planning to next Adepticon, it kind of has to fit within the lore. It has to fit within the vision of what we're all doing. So there's some checks there, but there's it is different, but it just kind of sometimes it comes out in a wash. But either way, it's cool. Either way, it's really cool, and it's a privilege to be able to run games for people and have fun.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So we mentioned you mentioned much earlier. You're now working with folks like Tuomas and Andy Chambers and Jervis Johnson, and you're working with Brooke as well, Brooke Close.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's crazy. It's surreal. I mean, this is my first job in the industry. I mean, I kind of happened to be in the right place at the right time. I mean, in hindsight, I realized like game design is something I've been doing my whole life. Like I'm the forever DM in my groups. I'm the in my like Pathfinder groups and my Dark Heresy groups. I run small campaigns of Necromunda and Trench Crusade and stuff beforehand. All of these different games, and that's in hindsight, like, yeah, I was kind of a game designer there, as I kind of refused to actually play by the book. And I'm always, with Malian Scouring, with Blood in the Water, like I want to make more stuff. I want it to be bigger than the game presents it to be, because I want it to be my brainchild or whatever.
Yeah.
So I lost my train of thought, but so anyways, this is, I got it now. So like I was doing all of these things before, and then I just happened to be, I made myself useful in the Observer program by, organizing events and giving out demos and just being supportive in the community, like on Discord and all that, being helpful with other folks. And I just happened to be in the right place where they wanted to give me a shot at like a a real game design position. So the goal of hiring me and Brooke, who does have more experience, but he's also certainly a junior in the industry. We're here to learn from people who know what they're doing, right? Like we're learning from the old guard, and they're not going to be, they can't make games forever. They've made a lot of really good games, and they should get an ounce of rest every now and again. So like Jervis was retired before he even joined us, and I'm sure he'll want to go back to that at some time. We have all these folks with a lot of experience, and we're thinking about the longevity of Trench Crusade, and we have to think like what would this game look like in 10 years? Like who's going to be there for it in 10 years? So Brooke and I were hired under the basis that we would be mentored, that we're young and we have like fresh ideas and we're ambitious, and we might not know what we're doing, but like we have the skills to be able to learn that. So over the last 8 months, I've been learning from Andy and Jervis and Tuomas, and they're sharing their collective century of design experience with us, and it's incredible. It's surreal to be able to work with the folks that I grew up playing games for. Like I said, like I picked up Necromunda 95 when I was like 14, and that was the first game that I really found a love for narrative skirmish games. And now I'm playing with the guy who made it, or I'm writing games with the guy who made it. Like it's crazy, and they always have good ideas, but it's also fun to fight with them. Like it's also different from when they were making games, right? And while they have perspective, they're also giving us the room to push back on it. And I think that's also really cool. It's a really fun dynamic of being like, we're folks that are like more in tune with like online culture and internet war games, where Trench Crusade really we really pride ourselves on having a big accessible community, right? Yep. The rules are free. We always want it to be free. STLs were the original plan because they're very accessible for us as a starting company, but also for many people around the world. So, and
also the concept of kit bashing.
Yeah. It's model agnostic.
Model agnostic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And that's something that's never going away. Like that's something we all hold to heart, and it's a narrative first game. So like, we're not really obsessed with we're not obsessed with balance or whatever. And we're doing our best to make a balanced game. But at the first, we're trying to tell stories with our community, and Brooke and I are really attuned with that because that's what we grew up with. And so having that perspective while having generations of game designer perspective, I think makes a really good team, and it makes me really optimistic for what we can do with Trench Crusade and what the future of Trench Crusade might look like.
Yeah, I think I had a conversation with Brooke last week, just a work conversation, and as we were getting to know each other, we had just talked back and forth different stories, and he said that one of the things that he was really it took him a little bit to get used to, and I'm sure it might be the same with you, but apparently Jervis and Andy bicker.
Oh yeah,
talk about their rules designing. And they bicker, they argue, and they fight. Well, it looked like a fight to somebody from the outside, but he said, "Oh yeah, I got really worried." It was like, "Oh, did I set that off? Did I do something wrong?" But they always do it with the idea that maybe they're wrong. They come from that point of view that maybe they're wrong, and it's possible that they always treat their the person they're arguing with respect.
Oh yeah,
but it's still. So it's a different type of conflict than a lot of other people might be used to. So
yep. That certainly happens. We all have arguments about the rules because we all really care about the game. which is really interesting. I've never had that experience. I've never had this experience before. You know, like this is my first job in the industry. This is the first job where I've like really liked what I do. You know, where I've woken up and I'm like, I want to work on stuff today. You know, I've never really, you know, in other day jobs, it's like I'm gonna do my job and go home. Here, like I'm arguing because I care about it, and I know that the person I'm arguing with also cares about it. And I know also we also respect each other enough to know that we will come to a compromise. We will, you know, we can concede if we have to. You know, like, you know, there are seniors.
Sure.
At the end of the day, Tuomas is our boss. Mike's our boss. You know, like if they have a vision, we can respect that too. But they also don't like to work that way. Like I think it's very fortunate that the team is pretty flat, and we all really listen to each other, even across departments. So it's been really cool to have that and have those disagreements while also knowing that ultimately we're just trying to make a better game.
Part of it too, probably I would assume, is like I've met Jervis before. Like I mean, a lot of these guys like are people that Dave and I know. So a lot of it, I would think, and even other designers that we know, I think a lot of it too is it's part of their process. Like, you know, like Dave and I have had conversations where it sounds like we're arguing. We're not. It's just like it helps me process stuff when I get it out, and Dave knows that. So a lot of times I'll kind of like word salad at him for a little while, and Dave will kind of process it. Dave is more of like a reflective like thinker. So he'll kind of go, okay. And I can see him kind of putting stuff into columns, and then he'll go, okay, what about this? And then I'll go, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it's just, everybody has a different, like, I'm sure that from the outside it looks insane, but like when you're in the room and you're like in the room where the sausage is being made and these two guys are arguing, everybody's like, oh, should we step in? Is this cool? And you're like, yeah, no, that's just Jervis and Andy. That's how they do that. Like, okay, cool. But I'm sure the first time you were like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Mom and dad are fighting. I don't want to be here.
It could, literally. Yeah. No, it's like that. And like, even Brooke and I, like Brooke and I are very, very close friends. We were friends before we became colleagues, and it's only grown as we've started to work with each other, and I'm very thankful for that. But like even we have like had heated arguments with each other. The kids are fighting, you know, but like at the end of the day, every time like we've come to a resolution, or like we've accepted that like one needs to go to the other, like or something, or maybe we just need time to reflect on it. That's kind of how I am. Like I'm someone who takes a little bit longer to think about something, and then I'll just like hammer out a project pretty quickly. Whereas like Brooke and Jervis are able to do things more consistently and even more quickly at times, but they're more short-term iterative, where Andy and I think are a little bit more long-term iterative, if that makes sense.
Right.
Where like I'll work on something once a week, I'll work on one big project like maybe once a week, and then take the rest of the week to like maybe reflect on it or work on other things, and then I'll come back to it. Whereas like the other two will like work on things consistently every day, which is just kind of, you know, people work differently, and sometimes it's good to have all of those things too. Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's it's an exciting thing, I think. And I am very impressed as well. Like there are a lot of companies where they might have gone, oh, cool, we've got Andy and we've got Jervis and we've got Tuomas on the thing, fantastic, and then just leave it at that. But the idea of going, oh no, we want to, we love the work this person does, we love the work this person does, we're going to bring them in to, it's succession planning, really.
No, it really is.
Which is great. And I think that's sort of in the Factory Fortress team, that's seen as well in the miniatures. There's a variety of different miniature sculptors working on different projects, but being led by James Sheriff and Aragon Marks, who are veterans, and bringing other people along. Same in the art team, as well.
We have
so
Mike and Thomas Elliott. We have Graham McNeil and. I mean, we have like all of these. We have so many really great like industry veterans and legends, but we also have another group of like really experienced, talented, but also like new and like early and mid-career folks who are still have a lot to learn. But we're all like in the same idea where like we all just want to make a really cool thing, and we're all on the same page there. So there's a lot of permissiveness between all of us to just like talk about it, just talk about ideas. Yeah.
I think that's a huge thing you see in a lot of organizations. So like I'm an athlete. Like I still play sports even now. And when I was younger, I was on like pretty competitive teams. And I think a huge part of it is it's the same thing. Like you want to have a team where you have a couple of veterans who have like been through it, and it's like everybody calm down. Like we've seen this before, everybody relax. And then you want to have a bunch of kind of people that have varying levels of experience. And then you want to be bringing in new people so you can keep growing the team all the time. But it's interesting to see your perspective, because a lot of times in the corporate world, you see less of that, or they're much more skeptical of that, particularly like if you have a standard like top-down model where it's like, okay, so we're in charge, and then we do the things, then we hand stuff off to our staff, and then they do things. And like you were saying, it's very flat. Like, you know, every sort of, you know, kitchen needs a head chef kind of thing, but also like everybody is part of the team. Like it's the round table. Like we're all going to figure this out together. I think it's awesome to see that. And I will say it is super cool that you're getting to experience this early in your career, because most people do not get to experience that at all.
I'm aware. Like, I mean, like this isn't my first, you know, like day job. This isn't my first 9 to 5.
No, but like, I mean specifically in the industry. Like it's it's rare. So.
Yeah, when I hear from other like bigger companies and stuff, like it's a bit more like traditional in a corporate world where, you know, you have your top down like hierarchies, where we definitely do have, you know, we have project leads, we have seniors, right? We have those folks, but like we're all bouncing ideas off each other. We're all giving each other the respect that we all deserve. We all have ideas that, and I think everyone is also just like, you know, everyone's humble. Everyone's able to take that criticism. Everyone's there because we like this game, and that we want to make cool stuff, and we can kind of let loose with it. And with that comes like, I mean, when you do that, you just have incredible productivity. You have incredible product. And absolutely. I think everyone's really proud of what we put out and what we do. I know I am.
You just very cognizant of the time, but you did mention product, so I'm going to pull up.
Hey,
I still haven't gotten my box. I'll be over here.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about this box? You didn't get this box yet?
I did not get that box yet.
Oh, Jake, we'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted.
Sorted.
There are a whole bunch of reviews went out today from different gaming press folks. Hoodguard did an unboxing, nice quick sort of 10-minute video. Our friend of the show, Simon Berman from the Brush Builders Union, did a review on Bell of Lost Souls, because he's writing for them. Go and check that out. But loads of awesome stuff in there. 3 sprues for the Procession of the Sacred Affliction. All high-impact polystyrene. Very well tooled. Great sculpts. Just super crisp. Beautiful stuff in there. Each model, I think 9 models in that warband, and each model's got
sounds right
1 or 2 variants.
Yep.
I think most of them have 2 variants. 2 different ways you can put them together. Different equipment. 3 sprues for the Heretic Naval Raiders as well. Same deal there. There are 7 models here. And just some very, very cool stuff. I think the Heretic Priest, Heretic Naval Raider Priest, is on just 1 sprue by themselves.
Yeah.
It's a sprue of terrain. Some sea mines.
The sea mines are awesome.
Sea mines and hedgehogs. I got a couple built here. They're pretty cool, and they got different, like, so one's got like a little spike and one's got a little cross, and the hedgehogs also have like little skulls and chains and crosses too. Yeah, you can customize them too. They're pretty cool.
A lot of cool stuff there, and a sprue of tokens.
Yeah, those
It's
are
not very-
those are super cool.
It's not very whippy, but you do have the you do have the red whippy sticks. With 6
Yep.
inches, but
And there's wonderful. Somebody might be able to see the arrows on there. So if you don't like laying,
They're not these.
no, they're not real whippy sticks, but they're pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool.
I think in some countries those red whippy sticks are now illegal.
Oh my! I would not be surprised. You could draw blood if you did it hard enough.
Yeah.
It's much tougher to do it with these. You can do it, but you have to try really hard. But yeah, so there's down markers. There's
those are super cool.
loss of tough markers, activation markers.
I love the little broken bone markers for tough. I thought that was so cool when I saw that.
Yeah. Definitely cool. There's a bag of dice, some different sizes in there. The red ones can be used as blood markers, which is great. A set of cards for campaign cards. There's the quick start rules reference. So both great for new players and for players who haven't played for a little bit.
All the basic like major rules in there. Quick reference for everything. It's really cool.
Yep, absolutely. Oh wait, what? Okay, radio. Sorry, I just thought I'd misread something, which would have changed my whole gaming. And this is a great, really cool idea for intro gaming. So if somebody hasn't played Trench Crusade before and this is their first box they get, there's the quick start reference rules, free rules online, but there are warband sheets where it's 3 models. So 3 models, warband keywords are on there for both sides. So these are models that are in the set, so you can clip those out first and get playing straight away in the introductory scenario.
Nice.
There. So it keeps it nice and those 3 sheets nice and focused for somebody that's just getting into it, that they don't feel overwhelmed by the cool artwork there. Or
if it had more red in it, I'd be like, that's a Mastodon album cover.
Yep. And the Carcass Front map for the map campaign.
Yep.
Campaign tracker. There's a whole pad of campaign tracker sheets there. So for multiple players in a campaign, multiple campaigns being played. The online assembly guide, QR code to take you to that for all of the minis. Although they are, if you've put together a lot of minis before, they're very straightforward. Each model is labeled with a number, a letter, and then parts with numbers.
Yep.
So all the G's go together, that kind of thing. And then the rule book, the sort of expansion book, I guess.
The campaign book.
Campaign book. Yeah. Yep. It's got the procession rules, the naval raider rules. It's got the entire new campaign system. It's got the Path to Leviathan campaign, which is like a more of a narrative-driven one. There's we finally got the combat biologist published in a book now, so that's in there. There's lots of really cool lore in there too.
Fantastic.
One of our patrons,
artwork.
And again, speaking of Mastodon, you have to play the Leviathan album while you're playing this game.
Yeah.
Required.
It's in the rules, actually.
Yeah. Very nice.
Sword of God.
Yep.
Really funny lore in that one.
Right. I haven't read that particular piece of lore yet.
It's kind of funny. I'll just let y'all. It's very politicky in like a really petty way, but it's funny. I'll just leave it at that.
Go and check it out tonight.
Yeah.
Loads of great stuff in there. Fantastic.
Are you gonna be at LVO running stuff?
No. That is the same weekend as Under the Dice Fest. So okay. I won't be there. I don't think we'll have a booth there either.
I don't think so. No. One thing I will point out though.
Oh yeah, the crab. Who doesn't love the crab with the potato masher? That's the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Grenade crab, legendary. The
Yep.
thing that started this all, truly.
Awesome. So yeah, that's all the stuff in the Carcass Front box. It is really sweet. As I said, that loads of people, content creators out there putting up videos. Go and check those out. But
that's my next warband. I'm doing an all grenade crab warband. It's like 30 grenade crabs with grenades.
Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah. That's a good idea. It's the way to go.
It's the old school. It's the old school. What's your Mordheim warband? It's 30 Skaven slingers.
Yeah. That's what I did for Necromunda. Necromunda 17 with the Cawdor had the bomb rats. I would take as many bomb rats as possible because that's funny. That's really funny. And so is grenade run.
A friend of mine used to run as many Escher Juves as he could, and that was the whole warband. It was just Escher Juves, and I was like, they suck at everything. He's like, yeah, but I have a million of them.
That's the point.
That's the only thing they don't suck at.
Yeah,
numbers. But no, super cool. Also, what have we got? What are you going to be busy with over the next month, Sammie?
Oh, the Operation Leviathan, our first Trench Crusade worldwide campaign that we are organizing. I've been super busy with it with the rest of the team, and I will be super busy putting together in live as it's happening. Basically, the idea is that there is a conflict happening on the Carcass Front between all of the major players of Trench Crusade, and players from around the world can submit their the games of any game of Trench Crusade once per day as a as to submit their results to the game, and it'll decide what's happening in the world. So you can play a part into whether the faithful or the fallen take over the Carcass Front, and it will have an impact on our story throughout Trench Crusade. We're not going to, fudge the results or anything. We're truly planning on having whatever happens. That's how we're taking the direction of it. So if Faithful win, that's a big win for Faithful. If Fallen win, they push even further. Maybe they're threatening New Antioch or something. Who knows? So we'll see. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited to see players from across the world having playing games and reporting. We have decisive battles, which are like big events set up by our observers that are already putting in. They're already sending in results from their events right now, and it'll continue throughout the rest of the event. And they have higher weight in the game because they're observing. Yep. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited, and coming up here in a couple weeks, it'll get started, and everyone can take part.
Yep. It's gonna be wild. Just quickly, Cat Swift has to leave us. Thanks. Your Gorka fix is coming. So if you can hang out for then, that's great. But otherwise, the Operation Leviathan is going to be huge. So Sammie and Andy are going to be the key linchpins in the design team. And they were going to be feeding me information to get up on the trench wire each day. So later this week, we're having a test run.
Yeah. It's going to
make sure we can do everything in time.
Yeah. It's every day is going to be another adventure. Setting up the next article, reporting on the results, moving the map around. All sorts of cool stuff. It's really really exciting. It's been a lot of work, but it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for it, and assuming it goes well, which I'm sure it will, then we're going to do it again next year and the year after. So
yeah, that'll be good. That'd be nice. The one thing, just a little story, I guess, perspective story. So going back to Eye of Terror, the Eye of Terror campaign, in 2003. Earlier in that year, so that was summer of 2003. So June, July. Probably February or March, I was in the UK, and I was fortunate enough to be having lunch with Andy and Jez Goodwin. And as an Imperial Guard player, I was excited about the new Cadian plastics and all that sort of thing coming, and then the Eye of Terror campaign. But they were just chatting, going back and forth, throwing ideas around. What does Cadia look like? What's the society on Cadia like? All this sort of thing. And I was like, well, what if Cadia gets blown up? And Andy was like, well, what if Cadia's already been blown up? What if this is like the 7th Cadia? Like when Cadia, like as the Eye of Terror advances, what if like Cadia just keeps getting swallowed up and they just like evacuate everybody to New Cadia and then New Cadia, but it's just all Cadia, but nobody outside of the Cadian system knows that. It's just still Cadia, Cadian Gate. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah. And then Dave passed out.
I was like, started twitching.
Yeah.
But
they do that. They do that often. They'll say something crazy, and it's like, oh man, that's awesome. We're doing that now.
Yep. But the whole idea, like as you said, like if the forces turn on New Antioch, it's like, well, it is New Antioch.
There was an old Antioch.
Yeah.
It got nuked.
So, I do love the idea that like they're willing to do sort of crazy things. I'm not saying that's the thing that's going to happen, but I think going down that sort of path is really exciting to. So exciting that you're going to sit in the room and have those conversations with
those conversations. See where the story takes us. I mean, a lot of it will be influenced by like what happens in the campaign. I mean, the end result is the big thing, and that might push us one way or another, and it will be, I mean, it will likely have to do with what's going on in the Carcass Front. You'll have to read it, but yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us are interested in like a stagnant universe that just kind of sits and, you know, we vaguely gesture at fighting all over the world. We want things to happen, and I think that's important, especially when we have like a constantly moving community as well. I think we want to let the community be involved in it and help make decisions in it, and it'll be cool.
Yep, absolutely, awesome, very cool. Well, Sammie, thank you very much for chatting with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's definitely
thanks for being here.
Cool. Very cool to get your perspective on things and see the things that you're doing, the way that your creative mind ticks and your enthusiasm for it. And one thing that I'm going to go back and say, when you mentioned being lucky, Kat said something about tiny bit of being lucky and a little bit more of like talent and skill.
Sure.
But and being in the right place at the right time. I always say, I always quote it. It's Plato. I don't know if Plato actually ever said it, but the luck is the intersection of preparation and opportunity.
Yeah.
So all the things you did that were preparation, that you didn't know were preparation, they were still preparation. And having that, being in that place or putting yourself in a place to have that opportunity to be presented to you is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I say I'm lucky.
Well, in that regard, you are super lucky.
Yeah. In on one hand, like something happened, and now I'm working with with Tuomas and Jervis and Andy. But of course, I can't deny that, like, you know, I have an art background. I know how creative systems work, like creative processes work. Like I know how. I've been playing games enthusiastically with all my free time since I was very young. Like I can't deny that on one hand, like I've been doing this, but on the other hand, like you know, there is a little bit of luck in it, but it also takes a bit to be like take on that opportunity, right? Like that's also something you have to do too. So
exactly.
And this isn't to pat my own back. I think this is more just to be like, that's just what you got to do. You know,
go out there, take those chances.
Yeah, be excited about something, talk about it, and usually people will also be excited about it and want to join you. So I think if that's my advice to anybody, that'd be it. Yeah.
Awesome. That is cool. Nice. So next up, the last part of the show is we take a look at minis from our Facebook group, the BuildPaintPlay community. So if everybody is ready, we'll
see what we got.
Take a quick look. And here we go. Okay, so first up,
Classic Mogan Ra.
Yeah.
got some nice pieces from Alex Dingle. Alex has been doing some more work on his Eldar army. So a lot of it's classic models. Alex is a big fan of old hammer sort of stuff. Second edition, 40k, first and second edition.
Anything by Jez Goodwin holds up.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, this awesome Morgan Ra painted in that classic scheme as well. The black, purple, and bone.
So good.
It's got a little bit of a Blanche thing going on too. It's kind of grimy and a little little yellow, which is awesome. Love it.
That the grimy tint on the bone for sure. Also some of the original metal warp spiders.
You can tell they're metal by the way their feet stick off the edges of the discs. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. They've got that tab under there.
Yep,
holding them together. But yeah, looking really good here as well. I love the just that lovely fade back to the
glow. Yeah.
Yep. Nice work there, Alex. Alex also shared
that Gene Stealer.
Wow.
That Gene Stealer has been the Gene Stealer model like
the patriarch here
25 years.
Oh,
like,
the Gene Stealer
like
itself.
The classic plastic Gene Stealers.
Right. Yep. Right from so it would have been Space Hulk, one of the
Yep. Yeah. And it's been, they're like, let's just never update these models.
I think my favorite thing is that there was a period as well there where the Gene Stealer, the way they got some variety in the Gene Stealers was they made Gene Stealer bodies in metal.
Yep.
And then a sprue of arms to stick on it.
Yeah. Oh God. Mixed material kits were the worst.
But yeah,
this is old school. You get the old school rapier battery.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the old school primer patriarch. Sorry. Yep.
It has been really cool to see people take a lot of like really old models, but then also paint them in techniques that are much more modern. Like we look at these like old pictures and like, you know, the miniatures are good in White Dwarf, but like now we have like the standard has gone up because of our collective, you know, painting knowledge. Like everyone's just better. So seeing all of these like old hammer models and seeing them like painted in new ways is so cool. So cool.
Dude, one of my biggest regrets is not just like winning a golden demon when I worked for back when I was like back in the late 90s. I'm like, oh, I could just send this in and win a golden demon.
Yep. Excellent. And Alex painted these up as he said proxies for Scout Sentinels.
Very nice.
But I'm not sure where the models are from, but they might be like Marcher, Empires at War, something like that. But yeah, looking very cool, Alex. I love the very subtle camo scheme there. Nice one. Next up, Amos is working on some Custodes.
Very nice.
Very good.
Yep. That cloak was looking great. The
love the base. The base is really good too.
Yeah.
It's so hard with Custodes to like, I don't want to say not make them look boring, but like if you're not really careful with your golds and your layering, it either looks really patchy or it's just a big blob of gold. And
it's all gold.
And like Webb's done a great job of like adding some texture and different like, you know, grimes and sort of, you know, like aging to the different parts of the metal. Like obviously the gold of his armor is different than the gold of the shield, and it's just like it's really, really well done. You have to be really smart with it, otherwise it's like, okay, I get it, he's a giant gold guy.
the silver bits in just the right spots too, I think really, really help it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice work, Amos. Great. Cal's been painting up some fun snails. Some cool sweet fantasy snails.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Those are
the pattern on the shell are really good. They look like snail shells to me.
They do, don't they? Yeah. Yep. It's almost like you got them and stuck them onto some putty, some real snail shells on some putty bases. But yeah, nice work there, Cal. They look wild. They're not yours? Oh my goodness. If I
That's
missed
right, Cal. Cal, we're just going to say that they are yours.
My apologies. Moving right along. Okay. Is this one yours, Cal? My apologies. I must have just completely misread
This guy is crazy.
the posts as I was going through. But yeah. Yep. It's wild, isn't it?
Got like 3 faces.
Yeah. That's why I didn't see this. For some reason, I didn't see this face here first. I saw this one here first. But
Little
yes.
ET fingers.
Okay, cool. Excellent. That one is. But yeah, this is great. I love this model. Where's this one from, Cal? More than 3 faces. There's a lot hidden around there. But yeah, I do love that it's just sort of perched there.
I dig it. That's a weird model.
Awesome. Yeah, it is a strange one. But excellent. Nice one, Cal. Next up.
There we go, Cat.
Sorry. Satyr Art Studios sculpted that one that last this model. There we go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Limited run. So tough to get. But yeah, there we go. Chris Gorka. Gone super vibrant on that green.
Yeah, that's like classic comic Hulk.
Yep. That is radioactive Hulk.
Yeah.
So
it's smooth
awesome.
too. Like that's some smooth colors. That's really good.
Yeah, the transitions on it are really, really subtle.
Yeah. And beautiful work there, Chris. Looks great. And the base looks cool too. Love that the brickwork as well. Next up, Chris has painted up 2 teams of Mandalorians. Just got photos from the first one though.
The new Mandalorian models are so nice. Like they are so clean.
Yeah.
Love that scheme. Like nice and muted, kind of like autumnal.
That's like classic Tau. That's like classic
yeah.
Yeah, that sort of Tau Septoka kind of look.
With a splash of like the Farsight's like burgundy in there.
Yeah. Yep. But beautiful work there, Chris.
Great.
They look very cool. And this is obviously the squad leader. You can tell because they're pointing.
They're pointing.
100%.
Yeah.
Kill that guy first.
Yep.
I do like the subtle green cloaks, like in the last one and this one. They both have like the green. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool pop of color. So,
yeah, kind of nice sage green.
Yeah, those are nice.
These are also really smooth.
Yeah.
That's like Chris's hallmark.
Yep. Nice one. Good one, Chris. Excellent. Next up, Chris Kemig. Chris working on some boarding shields there, I think.
Yeah, those are for his assault marines.
Yep. Are they boarding shields or combat shields?
I think those are combat shields.
Combat shields. Okay, combat shields for World Eaters assault marines.
Yep.
Very cool.
And he's been getting busy with the prints.
So that was on a table he played at over the weekend. It was just all like it was really cool for Zone Mortalis. So that's it. Like that's a big table. That's 4x4, like all pieces put together.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Very
That's
nice.
a lot of time on the printer for sure.
Yeah.
But
the best part about that is you can tell that they ran out of certain resin and changed to resin. Like you're like,
or,
I used up all my black. I'm gonna switch to like light gray. I got tons of that. Oh, I used up all that. I'm gonna switch to medium gray.
Yep. But nice one, Chris. Look forward to seeing those assault marines.
Yeah, those are great.
Next up, Sulin. Sulin's working on these just cool Lego minifigs.
They're so hilarious.
They are. I can't remember the name of the game that he mentioned.
It looks like Resident Evil.
It looks like Resident Evil to me.
It could be, yeah. But there we go. We got some close-ups as well.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Yep. Just fantastic.
Wow, the work is phenomenal. Like, look at the watch on the guy.
Right. Yep. Actually, yeah, It's fantastic. I just love the way he's treated all of the texture. It's like that hair is spectacular. Just the line of highlights along here, along here.
It's so good.
And then this highlight sort of fades towards the back, so it's sort of pushing that circular kind of feel for the head.
Even like the shading on her white t-shirt is nuts.
Yeah. Yep. It's absolutely brilliant. Awesome work there, Sulin. There are a few more photos in the Facebook group, so definitely go and check those out. Build, Paint, Play community. If you're not a member, just head along, click join group, and somebody will let you in. Awesome.
Yeah, those are awesome.
There we go. Cool. Next up, Justin McCoy. It's here with a cool shadow box beholder.
Very nice.
Very cool.
Again, wonderful choice there with the blue and the orange. Blue and orange in the background, blue of the beholder.
The beholder is such a cool model too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the all the strands of saliva.
I'm assuming that's
saliva.
from our boy at Goblin Hut.
Oh, the possibly, yeah. The snot. Goblin Hut snot.
I mean, it's the easiest one to work with, so
yeah, that's true. And it's really tough to get Uhu glue in the US. But it's possible Justin has some stores from previously. But yeah, beautiful work there. Next up, Luis, doing some more work on his custodies.
His gold is so crazy. It looks like real alloy.
Yeah. So he posted a couple of shots here. Obviously that base that he's working on, and then took them outside once it was assembled.
Wow,
that's nuts.
That like candy red. Wow.
Yep.
Like that looks like a die-cast model to me.
It does. Yeah.
If you head back to you head to the Facebook group, do a quick search for Luis, you'll be able to see the process that he went through over the last month or so to get that candy red and that the veined kind of look through that.
That's awesome.
And the pinstriping. Oh man, that's so cool.
Yep. Just excellent work there. Nice one, Luis. Fantastic. And Stephen Wright is just joining us. Tabletop Super Show. Welcome.
What's going on?
Next up, Mark Maxey.
These are great.
Yep. So Mark's taken some of his Chibi Nurgle models he's been working on over the last few months and years, and added some smoke stacks. It's basically some smoke plumes to them, which is fantastic.
They're so ridiculous. I love it.
He's done some painting work already on this smokestack here, and so we can expect to see these sort of turn into that same sort of look. Just super cool.
These are awesome.
Yep. Beautiful work there, Mark. We love them.
Awesome.
Next up, Mike Hughes. So the model on the left is his result after starting with underpainting, like the model on the right there. So starting with the reds where blood tends to accumulate on the face, on the head, in the nose, the cheeks, and the ears. A little bit less blood down through the jaw. I love that you put that dappling on the top there on the yellow underpainting.
Yeah, it really comes through in the skin tone. You can like the warmth on the top. It looks like they're outside, and below it's dark under the shadow. Really good.
Well, it also has that like discoloration, like if you shave a lot, you get that like blue gray kind of.
Yep, that kind of look. But beautiful work there, Mike. It's really nice to see the I guess when you're working on a piece that has a purpose, like in this case, experimenting with that kind of underpainting, showing us the shot beforehand is great. You can see a little bit again.
Mike's pretty good. He should stick with this.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Very nice work. Next up, Patrick Sato. So Patrick was somebody popped through Jake's store a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
His posted a video. I unfortunately couldn't share the video, but it's a cool video of the tank commander that he's got here. Just penned up recently to pop into his is this the glaive?
That is that's a glaive.
Glaive with the two big cannons. But yeah, so this guy will end up poking out of this hatch. But I love that connection, the checkers. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not a glaive, that's a Doomblade.
Oh, Doomblade?
Yeah.
Okay.
The glaive has the big
the big single cannon.
It's not the carronade, it's the Volkite. It's the Volkite cannon, whatever it is. It might be the carronade. And then the Falchion is the one that doesn't have a turret. It has the giant volcano cannon.
Right. But yeah. Nice work, Patrick. Looking great.
Yeah, those are great though.
Next up, Sean Gleason, showing off his Blood Bowl, Wood Elf Blood Bowl.
It's a good-looking Blood Bowl team.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You should not lose a match if you're playing Wood Elves. I routinely win by like 3 or 4 touchdowns with Wood Elves.
Yep. For the first 3 or 4 games, right? And then by then you've lost everybody.
Well, no. So what I do is the smart thing to do is you got to run a tree man. You put him in the middle like your center, and then he just mauls whoever comes near your quarterback. And then I end up losing a handful of linemen, but I don't really care because I'll just replace them with other linemen.
Right. Fair enough.
As long as I have a war dancer and a quarterback on a war dancer and a thrower, I'm good. Like I'll win that game.
Yep. Nice one. But yeah, these look great, Sean. Love that.
Great colors.
The colors. Yeah.
They're super
Ghostly and bright.
Yep. Looking very cool. Nice one. And then classic old school mini, Stephen Ryder. So this is a wizard with submachine gun.
Dude, the old school minis crack me up. Like again, so the guy sculpting this back in like whatever it is, 1973. He was like, it doesn't matter that my hands don't match.
Yep.
Like there's the little hand up the top that like you're like, oh, that's scaled the right way, and then his giant is this giant octopus hand that's holding the magazine. You're like, my guy, like you're sculpting this. Both hands.
Don't make me laugh.
That must just be what happens when, like, whatever he had to do, this wizard had to do to conjure an SMG.
Yeah.
You know, like the mishaps of magic must have just like.
I like to think
long fingers.
I like to think he sculpted the left hand last, and he was just like, I don't care, I just got to get this done.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. He ran out of steam. He was like, this model's mostly done. You forgot the left hand. Okay, it's all set.
Yeah, whatever.
And as Josh says, out of spells, but not out of shells. Yeah, I think you're right there, Cal. I think this is early 80s. So
right.
And Steven says it was blast to paint. Absolutely. Yeah, it looks fantastic. But yeah, this is a super rare and one of the most sought after Citadel miniatures you can find. But excellent. Glad that he has joined your cadre of spellcasters. Nice one. So I think that is the last mini that we've got from the Facebook group.
Right on. Well, thanks everybody.
Well, hang on a sec. Next week we are going to be talking with Josh Berman.
Nice.
Josh is one of the folks who was on Miniature Masters along with Trent Dennison that we had a couple of weeks ago. Josh lives in upstate New York, so he's in our time zone. Hooray! And also does a lot of very cool box art for War Machine. So we're going to get to have a good chat with Josh about his painting, about his time in the hobby, and box art, painting for studio, and his time on Miniature Masters. So definitely cool. After we talk to Josh, we'll have collected 4 out. We've spoken to 4 out of the 8 who were on the first season. I'm not saying we're going to collect everybody, but we're well on the way.
50% is pretty solid.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, so that is next week.
Right on. Well, listen, I'll try to get us out of here as quick as we can. But Sammie, thanks so much for being here. It was awesome talking to you and like catching up on stuff and hearing all about your adventures at Factory Fortress. And we're looking forward to like new stuff coming. And I know that everybody's waiting. What do we have, like a week until Carcass Front drops theoretically?
Yep.
I think start date is next week on the 30th or something, I think.
Yep, 31st is the street day. Some people are already getting theirs, so like people are already chatting about it and getting excited.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, thanks for being here. The huge thanks to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that good stuff. Anything you're working on, post photos in Build Paint Play Facebook, Build Paint Play community on Facebook. If you need anything, you'd message Dave and I. You can see Sammie at a couple of upcoming shows. Dave, do you have any shows coming up? Are you doing anything?
No, I am fairly quiet. I'm going to be super busy during September, both putting together 3 books for the Art of series and putting together an article every morning for Trenchwire and preparing for a Kickstarter in October.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, all good.
We'll all go through it together. Yeah.
I get 5 weeks. I get 5 weeks to build and paint this.
Oh,
the guy that I posted, and 5 seekers, and then I'll have a whole 3,000 point army for LVO. So I get 5 weeks. I should be okay.
Awesome. Yeah, plenty.
You got it.
All right. Well, if that's all we got, again, thank you for being here. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for being here. Be safe. Take care of one another, and do not forget to build, paint, play.
Shut up and sit down.